Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host, and it is Tuesday, July the 22nd. And again, I always say, well, not always, I don't say it in the wintertime, but I'm saying it now. It is hot outside. It is dangerously hot outside, actually. We are under heat advisories, heat warnings here across the area, sitting in triple digit heat indices. It is just very hot out there. We're going to take a look at the forecast in just a little bit, though. If you're watching on our website or through our mobile app, we appreciate you tuning in there. And if you're watching on our social streams right now, or if you're checking out the social stream later, thank you so much for tuning in. You can always leave a comment, question, thought, suggestion, anything like that in the comment section of what I call our interactive newscast. So don't forget, you can always join the conversation there in our comments. I see Peggy Lee saying hello. Hello to you, Peggy. We have Melissa Price saying hello and happy Tuesday. Hello to you as well, Melissa. And Britt tuning in from Kosciuszko. I'm ready for fall, too. Definitely ready for fall. And I know probably everybody that works outside is ready for fall as well. Let's take a look outside over downtown Jackson with our guaranteed roofing camera. And it is a beautiful day. It is an absolutely beautiful day, but it is just deadly hot out there. Deadly hot. So not anything that we want to be in. So if you're working outside, God bless you very much. God bless you very much. Barbara says hello. Hello to you, Miss Barbara. And Heather watching from Pearl. Hi to you as well. And Miss Aretha. A lot of you guys tuning in. Appreciate all of you for tuning in with me today. Let's go ahead and jump into the news right now. There was actually a fire this morning in North Jackson, and during the midst of that fire, a gas explosion actually happened at the home. So here is the video of the scene this morning. So the gas explosion happened, according to officials at the scene. This was located on Martin Luther King Drive in North Jackson. So the Jackson Fire Department says that they received the call just before 6 a.m. and the home was fully involved in the flames when they arrived on scene. The brother of the homeowner tells us that he comes to the property regularly to cut the grass, but the inside of the home is abandoned. He adds also that this is not the first time the home has been set on fire.
No, it wasn't this bad. But last time they got the call right in time and they came and put it out, the fire department. But this time here they say it blowed up and shook the whole neighborhood. So that's why I came on around here. I'm at work. I had to come from work and come around here and check things out, make sure ain't nobody hurt or nothing.
The cause of the fire has not yet been determined, but Jackson Fire Department does believe that it was started by human involvement. Now, that's not to necessarily say that it was arson. Human involvement could be an accidental thing and not an intentional thing, but they do believe that it was started by human involvement. There's no injuries that were reported in the fire, and of course, as we get more information, we will pass that along to y'all. Miss Donna here saying hello and reminding everyone to stay careful in the heat. Very true. Anna saying hello, and Marcus saying hi as well. Appreciate you guys again for tuning in and coming to be a part of the newscast with me. But here, or I'm sorry, in Rankin County, rather, we told you about two teenagers who were arrested last week in Starr here in Rankin County. So at least one of them should have gone before a judge this morning. So this shooting happened on Eddie Williams Drive in the Starr community. The victim of the shooting was taken to UMMC and is said to be in stable condition. Two suspects were arrested shortly after the Rankin County Sheriff's Office received the call. So here are the two suspects on your screen. We have on the right side 18-year-old Ariana Garrett and on the left 17-year-old Ladarius Harrison. So Harrison was arrested on the scene. Garrett, the female, was arrested shortly after near the reservoir. So according to court documents, we know that Garrett's initial appearance in court was scheduled for this morning. This is the first time she will stand before a judge and face the charges that have been placed against her. She has been charged with conspiracy to commit a felony, and her bond was set at $100,000, while Harrison is charged with attempted murder in this. There's no word yet on when Harrison will appear in court, but of course we will keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. And we also have more information, or follow-up rather, on the Ole Miss student who was shot and killed over the weekend. The investigators in the Memphis area are asking for the public's help as they try to figure out who killed the incoming Ole Miss freshman who was set to play on the football team this coming season. Shelby County Sheriff's deputies say 18-year-old Corey Adams was shot to death at a pool party as it was wrapping up over the weekend in Cordova. They say that at least 100 people were present when the shots were fired from a handgun and from a rifle. Adams' family members are hoping that someone will come forward with information about who is responsible.
I'm gonna live by the example he set in me, and live my life how he wanted. Fulfill my dream for me and him.
And have somebody take it away from me seeing him pursue his dreams. I can't use the right words, it's so devastating. It's devastating.
My heart just breaks for that mother. 3 of the 4 people who were injured in the shooting have been released from the hospital. No information yet on the 4th person, but of course we will update you as we get the information on that. But of course our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. This devastating, as the mother said, it's just absolutely devastating. We also have an update for you on the Blossom Apartments, which is in a legal battle with Jackson Water over past due bills. This is something that we told you about several months ago. So some of the tenants there say that they have stopped paying rent until they get answers about what is going on. The owner of the complex, Tony Little, previously said that he had reached an agreement with Jackson Water to start paying off the debt that he owed with the water bill. A woman who got an eviction notice believes that she was targeted because she spoke out about her frustrations with management, and she says that she just wants everyone to be aware of the problems.
They're showing us some grace, but people still need to wake up, because how long is that going to be extended? How many more families are going to get evicted because they're still in the blind about what is truthfully happening because the manipulation tactics keep coming in? Who is to hold these apartment complexes accountable so that our livelihoods are no longer in jeopardy on the fly?
We have confirmed with Jackson Water that the owner of the Blossom Apartments has not made any payment arrangements, and no payments have been made on the account since last year. So 3 on Your Side did reach out to the owner by phone and by email. So far, we have not received a response, and we will let you know when and if that changes. Looking here back at our comment section, Shakia Hampton joining again. Hello, Shakia. How are you? Saying hello to everyone. And Rabazine saying hello to everyone as well. Thank you guys for watching on this Tuesday. You could do a lot of other things. There's a lot of things you could be doing right now, but you're choosing to hang out with me, and I do appreciate that very much. So a Jackson attorney who plaintiffs have blamed for the dismissal of a $100 million class action lawsuit has resigned from practice. So Reggie Ruffin and 5 other plaintiffs hired Guy Rogers to represent them in a class action lawsuit against Frito-Lay in 2021. Ruffin's father, Jimmy Lee Ruffin, worked at Frito-Lay and died of lung cancer in 2010. Ruffin says that Rogers failed to serve the corporation with the affidavit and missed motions. So the case was dismissed due to a statute of limitations. Ruffin filed a complaint with the Mississippi Bar Association against Rogers.
He was hired in October 2021. So in 2022, things was dragging along and things wasn't getting done. He kept saying everything was okay, but yet and still, he hadn't processed the affidavit to be served to Frito-Lay.
According to the Mississippi Bar Association, on July the 14th, Mr. Rogers submitted, let me get this back for you guys. Here we go. So according to the Mississippi Bar Association,
he was hired in...
I hit the wrong button. I apologize for that. So Mr. Rogers submitted his irrevocable resignation to the Mississippi Supreme Court, and the bar requested that it be accepted by the court and that he be barred from seeking future reinstatement. So again, that was on July the 14th of 2025, where he submitted his resignation, and it was accepted by the court, and he can no longer practice law here in the state of Mississippi. We were unable to reach Rogers for a comment on this, and of course, if that changes, as always, we will let you know about it. And going to Madison now, where part of the city of Madison does remain under a boil water notice. So this was issued due to a 12-inch water main break along Madison Avenue. And you can see the impacted areas here on your screen. The notice will be lifted once water samples are clear, which could happen as soon as today. And if we get an update, we'll pass it along to you. One thing we do have an update for you on is the plans to widen Yandle Road in Madison County. So the Wagoner, Benchmark, and Pickering engineering firm are tasked with widening Yandle from a 2-lane road to 5 lanes. One of their first tasks is to find at least 30 feet on either side of the road to make that happen. One Deerfield resident hopes engineers won't take land from her neighbor's backyard, and she is urging engineers to use land on the less developed side of Yandle.
25 years ago, we were basically out in the country, and it has changed tremendously since then. And I know there has to be growth. There always has to be growth, and I know somebody has to pay for it. But I'm like with Yandle Road, if they're going to expand it, don't expand it on our side. Expand it on the other side where there's still building going on, where there's still time to be able to do something.
The final designs for that section of Yandle between Highway 51 and North Old Canton Road are expected to be finished by December of next year. So actual construction of the widening of the road is still a long ways off, but that is an update that we have for you on where it is right now. And last night, local organizations spoke out after a federal judge temporarily blocked the enforcement of House Bill 1193. So that bill prevents diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in Mississippi schools and universities. So leaders with the ACLU say that this is the first steps in hopes of potentially keeping these programs. Joshua Tom is the legal advisor for the ACLU. For him, it was a sigh of relief when the federal judge handed down the ruling. U.S. District Judge Henry Wingate approved a request for a temporary restraining order sought by civil rights and legal organizations. So basically, the law is now on hold until Judge Wingate makes a ruling on his preliminary injunction, or on a preliminary injunction. Back in April, the state lawmakers passed House Bill 1193, and what it does is prevent schools from creating DEI offices, engaging in divisive concepts, and hiring people based on their race, sex, color, or national origin.
When we got Judge Wingate's order granting the temporary restraining order that we asked for, we were definitely pleased. We think that Judge Wingate at least temporarily agreed with us, the plaintiffs, that the law, HB 1193, is unconstitutional. It violates the First Amendment, and it violates the 14th Amendment because it's so vague that people don't know what they can and can't do.
The civil rights and legal organizations will be back in federal court on August the 5th, and they are seeking a preliminary injunction in an effort to further freeze the new state law. And now that Congress has approved billions of dollars in funding cuts, Mississippi Public Broadcasting is taking stock of how their operations might change. So many of the programs that you enjoy from the MPB could be going away. Under the current arrangement, MPB has to pay for the national programs to air on its channels across the state. That's programming like children's programming, Sesame Street or Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which my kids loved when they were little. So much of the funding for those type shows come from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which is what is being cut on the federal level. And some of those shows, like we just mentioned, are among the shows that are now in jeopardy with Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
We could not replicate that. That content is animated content. It's made by educators at a national level who understand the needs of very small children between the ages of 3 and 5. And we at MPB just don't have that level of animation, that level of expertise here in the building that we could replicate that. So PBS Kids will definitely see an impact.
MPD does produce a good bit of their own content for radio and television, but it's only about 20% of the total schedule. So it's launched a fundraising campaign called Won't You Be Our Neighbor, and that is to help make up some of the expected losses. Before we look at our forecast and then we talk about a pretty big party that's happening over in Neshoba County, let's hear from our sponsors at Jackson Water.
At Jackson Water, we are in the game and locked in on our goals. Every day, our dedicated teams are hard at work, ensuring that clean, reliable water flows to every home and business in Jackson. We are not just fixing pipes. We're investing in a brighter, more resilient future for our city. Jackson Water, water for all the time.
And thanks to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT+. Let's look at our current temperatures outside across the area. You can see that it is hot. We are sitting at 94 here in Jackson, 94 in Yazoo City, and 95 over in Vicksburg. However, our heat indices right now is 105 degrees. So in Jackson, whereas the temperature may be 94, it feels like 105. That is more than a 10-degree difference. It is extremely hot out there. And we are, again, under heat warnings and advisories. There are 7 different heat alerts that are in effect. So we have the extreme heat warning across some of our counties in our viewing area. Actually, I'm looking here, several extreme heat warnings. And then a few of our counties do have heat advisories. You can check out all of those warnings on our website or by downloading the First Alert weather app. If we look at our current radar, we can see that there is no rain in the area, and we're not really expecting any rain. Well, that was proving me wrong. We're expecting maybe a little bit of rain around 5 o'clock, typical afternoon summertime showers, but as we go into the overnight hours, not really expecting any rain there. And if we look over the next 7 days, our forecast is pretty much a copy and paste with the exception of a couple of days where we have a higher chance of rain. Now, again, I always say our First Alert weather team will be here at 2:30, and they will give you the in-depth look at the forecast and really go over what those heat advisories and heat warnings mean and how you can prepare for them and also keep yourself and those that you love safe. Speaking of keeping people safe in this heat, one thing you definitely want to make sure you do is you stay hydrated with proper liquid here coming up, because if you are heading to Neshoba County for Mississippi's giant house party, it is set to begin later this weekend. So the Neshoba County Fair does get underway Friday and it runs through August 1st. So something new this year, which is pretty exciting. ESPN will feature live reports from the fair that are going to be shown across the country next Tuesday. And of course, you can always expect the usual array of festivities, the fair rides, political speaking, and of course live entertainment. 38 Special is going to be the headline performer on August the 1st, but it is Mississippi's giant house party and begins August the 1st. And I am sure everyone in Neshoba County would say you are cordially invited to participate in it. And alumni and supporters of Lanier High School are helping their athletes and their band members beat the heat. Can't forget about those band members. Them guys carry some heavy equipment marching around in heavy and hot uniforms to bring this as entertainment during those games. So bottles of Gatorade and water were dropped off at the school on Maple Street to help student athletes deal with the hot temperatures. Supporters say they want to make sure that members of the football, basketball, track and field, and band have what they need to stay hydrated and safe. The 833 Water and Gatorade Drive for Life is held each summer when the hot weather can be very dangerous for students and for their coaches.
It's important to give back. We have to give back to our schools. We have to give back as much as we can just to help out.
It's hot out here. Ooh, it's about 93 degrees right now. So the kids need this, need the Gatorade, need the water. So we asking everybody, if Linear Bulldog, doesn't matter what you are, just come on over, just drop us off some water and Gatorade, and we appreciate you.
So you can make the water and Gatorade donations through August the 1st, and you can also make a donation of $8.33 to buy supplies. Member of 833 Nation say Mayor John Horn, Hinds County supervisors have also helped them with the water and Gatorade donations for students. Well, that is going to be it for WLBT Plus. Hold on one second. No. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm on it. Breaking news right now that we just learned about. Rock legend Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can pull that. Wow. So Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76, according to reports. Sky News was the first to confirm the rock icon's death. And of course, The Guardian has also confirmed his death. That is all that we have right now. We don't know exactly what the cause of death was. But let me get his image pulled up here so you guys can see it. This is Ozzy Osbourne, and he has passed away at the age of 76. So again, wow, oh wow. Has anybody else who is watching on our live stream right now on our social, did you guys ever watch them on MTV? Watch the film? What was the name of their show? My goodness, I can't. That is crazy. And then, of course, yesterday, Cosby, from the Cosby Show legend, Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away. He was in his 50s. He passed away from drowning. That was reported yesterday. And today, we have Ozzy Osbourne, who has passed away at the age of 76. And so as we get more information on this, we will, of course, send it out to you. Again, well, that is it for WLBT Plus today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you download our news app so that you can get the updates on the stories that we have brought to you today, and download our First Alert weather app so you can stay in tune to what is going on with the weather around you, and be here at 2:30 today for our First Alert weather team. I will be back tomorrow. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.